We're gonna throw that up right here. That's what I used to look like. There's no time to not take a risk, bro. You get one life, man.
So as a leader, I have to continue to grow myself. If I'm the same next year, then there's a problem. And so they're gonna see that I'm seeking progression, how I'm doing it, what I'm doing, and constantly growing. And they can have two choices. They can learn to keep the fuck up, or they can get the fuck out.
Bitch, to find us a bitch, we gon' fuck on together tomorrow. Fucking my wrist up, fucking her brick up, yeah. Go on and hop on the charter. I go to sprint, I go to take off a cash, yeah. I'm not a jogger. I went to Neptunes, I went to Mars, yeah. Streets get hotter than lava. I'm in that mode, everything gon' go. I gotta do all my goggles, suicide dose, oh, reaching my goals, thanking my heavenly father. I'm on my grind, ain't no slowing down. I done put up the bottles. I'm on that pretty boy shit, yeah. I'ma just stick to the models. I'ma just stick to the models and hit it. I'ma just stick to the.
Yeah, I like working out outside way more than in that box, bro.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? It just changes my mood. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
we're outside, bro.
So I'm working out with Colin right now. He's just joined the team.
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
So Colin's starting to work out with me. Colin, how old are you?
21.
He's 21. So he's joining the team. He's going to start helping me reach out to you guys, talk to more people, because I've gotten so many people reaching out to me that it's hard for me to keep up with everyone. And so I wanted to bring somebody on that was like-minded, show him exactly how I felt when I was 21, kind of keep him away from the pitfalls, but also is an awesome dude. So he's going to be able to help you guys and guide you along this journey. Of course, you're ultimately going to be working with me, but Colin's part of the team and becoming part of the family.
Super appreciative to Austin for all this shit, man. Moving from Victorville, California, all the way to sunny San Diego. So that's gonna be a super fun move. We're gonna vlog the whole process, film everything, let you guys know what's happening, you know? You gotta get out of the place that you live your whole life. There's no time to not take a risk, bro. You get one life, man. Risk it for the biscuit, brother. Austin's just dope, bro. Honestly, I met him probably around April. I didn't even know who the fuck he was. We shot some fucking guns, gave me some shit, food for thought. And yeah, man, he's just dope. Followed him, hit him up. He liked how I was. You know, I'm fucking bald. I got a little bit of tattoos and shit. Pretty sure that's why he liked me a little bit.
The reality is, I met Colin, young guy. I saw a lot of myself in him, and I see a lot of that in young guys that kind of are lost with where to go. You know, when I was 21, I was coming out of the Marine Corps. Really, him and a couple of other people were in the car. We were going from a house to the shooting range, and I just like, yeah, man, this is what I've done in my life. These are the mistakes I've made. You should probably avoid those pitfalls. Like I was talking to myself at 21. That's kind of what I started giving him some advice, whether he wanted it or not. You know, some people take that advice, live by it, and it's a big deal to them. That's how I was when I was young. I was like, I'm gonna listen to these fucking guys, especially people that you admire, that are a place where you want to be. You know, not some pencil neck nerd or something, or somebody that has like a bad relationship with their wife or a bad family or whatever. You don't want to take their advice, but a lot of people give out their advice. And I was genuinely coming from a good spot, and I think he felt that. He was coachable. You could tell he absorbed it. And he absorbed it enough that I didn't even think anything about it. So months later, I put out on my social media, I'm like, hey man, I'm looking to have a sales guy. Screen these calls, work with some people, but it's important to me that we still represent me and my brand in a good way. That we're still giving to people genuinely, not just some guru bullshit that I see a lot of times. And so I wanted to make sure that that's super important. And he's like, dude, that's exactly what I love about you the first time I met you, and let's make it happen. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, you're gonna have to move down to San Diego. You're gonna have to do this and do that. And I put him through the ringer a bit, and we're still gonna do the same here. But ultimately, you know, that's what transforms you. You know, he's a sponge and he listens, he's coachable, and it's super important, especially at 21. And not a lot of people at 21 listen to anybody else. They think they know everything. Hey, what's up guys? Austin Hancock here. I get a lot of messages asking for some help in some capacity, whether it's financial, fitness, mindset, something to make your life better, something to make it to where you can go from this point right here, where you are now, to the dream life that you've always wanted to be living. Shoot me a text or give me a call, 405-697-4072. The number's right here, 405-697-4072. Call or text the number and let's change your life.
I'm gonna give you some advice on how to be a sponge. Just take your ego out of it, man. There's no point for it. Ego is the death of man. Especially at this age, bro, you're not gonna get anywhere with the ego. And just listen to people where you see that they are in life and you're not there. Why would you not want to listen to them? And you know, if they're gonna give you some advice that might hurt, then take that and then use it. You know what I mean? So
you gotta analyze why it hurt your feelings in the first place, you know? If did it really hurt your feelings? Or you have an ego? You know, I was hard on him this morning because he had done something that I was like, I just want you to change it, and I was constructive about it. And you know, I felt like that I would want that same direction or understanding, and I think it's important that I communicated with you, you know, on like what I'm looking for. It's just straight up. And it's all out of love. If honestly, straight up, if I'm ever constructively criticizing somebody else, and then it's usually because it's out of love, it's out of a good thing, you know. I've had a lot of employees, I've had a lot of people I've worked with, a lot of friends that ask for advice that I end up not being friends with anymore and shit. A lot of people I've ran into, and the fastest thing for me these days is I just freaking completely cut it off. No problem, no sweat, no nothing, you know what I'm saying? So I just cut them out. So if I'm still talking and I'm still giving you a hard time or saying I want to do this or want to do that, then it's 100% out of love, you know, instead of a good direction of us wanting to build this community and us wanting to build one ourselves, but of the community in general in a good direction. I mean, I've done the same thing for Louis. Louis holding the camera right now. My coaches do the same thing for me. When I've had coaches or people that I look up to as mentors, someone's like, yeah, man, well, why wouldn't you do this business decision now? And I'm like, well, X, Y, and Z. They're like, well, that sounds like an excuse. And I'm like, well, that's what I needed to hear. So as a leader, I have to continue to grow myself. If I'm not showing these new guys behind the camera right now that I'm also seeking progression, I'm not staying where Austin's at right now. If I'm the same next year, then there's a problem. But I'm constantly seeking progression, and as they follow and become a part of this tribe, a part of this family, they're gonna see that I'm seeking progression, how I'm doing it, what I'm doing, and constantly growing. And they can have two choices. They can learn to keep the fuck up, or they can get the fuck out. In certain aspects, Andy and I clicked a lot and a lot of things, but I've seen him grow a multi-million, $100 million plus coaching operation, helping people. When I've been around him, I can feel his energy really cares about people, and I've been around a lot of social media gurus and people, but Andy has good heart, and I only speak highly of him, and he's been a good friend of mine. I admire him and get coaching advice from him on how he's built his tribe, because if any of you guys, whether you love them, whether you hate them, but you've seen their content and you see them throwing each other around, acting like goofballs, whatever, and it's genuine when you're around them, and they really do care about the people that jump on their programs and things like that. And so I admire that. Take that piece away, and then we're going to replicate it in a different manner, and it's definitely going to be our own. Now that I have a large network, being good friends with Andy, or I'm flying out with Colin next week, and we're going to go meet Andy and his sales team so that Colin can get trained by some of the top sales dudes in this field. And so that's the same concept. Like Louis was there, Louis was talking to their video team, and that's how networking works. That's how real business works. And so many people glance over that. They think that it's going to land on their lap or knock on their door. Like he said a second ago, you have to be willing to change, to move. Just the move from where you are in your hometown to San Diego is not crazy. I mean, I moved out here, right? Across the country. But you have to be willing to make those sacrifices of what you have now in order to get where you want. That's at every level. That's in business, that's in family, that's in relationships, that's everything. If he's willing to invest in me and trust me to guide him, then I'm willing to invest in people at all capacities. I was always willing to invest in people in general. Even my best buddies, I've invested tons and tons of time where nobody's taken the advice or followed the path, you know? And that's okay, it is what it is. I don't give expecting something in return, but when it's a business and it's a family relationship, you know, it's like I said a second ago, you have the ability to get on track, to keep up, and start setting a tempo for yourself and be a better person, or you can get the fuck out.
I think what's bigger than the money too that he's investing in me is the time and knowledge that he's giving me. That's worth more than anything, man. Plane ticket is nothing, but the time and knowledge that this man's giving me is way more fucking than anything, you know? So that's a huge thing. My parents are a little bit skeptical because they're like, who the fuck? You know what I mean? some internet guy.
As they should.
Yeah, but my girlfriend, he's met my girlfriend. We're already family, man. You know what I mean? It's the real deal. We're all family here, and that's how it's gonna be. That's how it should be in something like this, you know?
It's a family, that's right. A family of freaking outsiders, baby. And look at him, he's pretty jacked for 21. He's probably about the same size as I was about that age, maybe a little bigger. Don't gas me up. Well, I gotta go back and look now. I'll look. Yeah. You're about the same height, right? Yeah, we're about the same height, same build. A lot of similarities. I'm gonna find some old photos. I'll show you. Like, I had to go through a perma-bulking phase to keep the muscle mass that I have now. Like, most people don't want to be fat that long. I think I enjoyed it too much. Yeah. But I was never fat, because my mind was always like the skinny guys. I never thought, until I look back at photos now, like, that you could I was a little thick, but I never thought about it. Because I was always like, I need to be more. I need to eat more. I trained myself to eat so much all the time.
I was the same way, dude.
Bad.
I was the same fucking way. But
I saw the picture of you fat. Yeah, but I never caught it. I mean, my girl didn't say nothing. I didn't ever feel insecure at the lake or nothing. I didn't have like a gut, but I just was like, I didn't have a six pack. Yeah. It's because if I was ripped, dude, I probably would have gone back down to like 130 and that would have made me cry. Yeah. See, I was holding on to every fucking pound in that scale. I was like, girl, I can't fill out this t-shirt and look huge.
When did you start working out?
About like a year and a half ago, 2 years. We're gonna throw that up right here. That's what I used to look like. I'm a little bit skinnier now than what I used to be, but that's just due to not eating, man, not staying committed. So that's honestly another reason why we're here.
If you bulk up, you'll have to bulk up harder and longer. Yeah, it's gonna suck because you won't look great, but
you don't look great.
But turn around and if you shred up at friggin' 26,
then you're jacked.
You'll be jacked as fuck. Yeah, I would try to keep a hold of maintain being lean if I were to go back in time. Keep that head back, chest up. There you go. Like I told you, I'd rather you get lightweight. For failure. Come on. Push.
One more. I was just skinny as fuck, bro. Probably YouTube. I'm in that era, so like YouTube, Instagram. seeing like David Lade and shit. Thinking being ripped is gonna get me chicks. That's definitely not what it's gonna do. That's definitely not what it's gonna do. Having muscle is not gonna do nothing but get you the homie down the street, you know? But yeah, just like stuff like that. I graduated high school at like 100 pounds and I was just tired of being skinny, bro. I remember going to my aunt's Thanksgiving and I could like barely finish 3 pieces of turkey and the cranberry sauce, man. I went into the bathroom and looked at myself, but I took that video, man, and I was just like, this is crazy. Like I was underweight, man, for being 19 years old, completely lost. Later on, got a fitness coach, like a bodybuilding coach, because I really wanted to bodybuild. And that's really when everything started to like lock in with macros, just started really understanding like how the body worked and what you can do like to build muscle, to just like not stay the same, you know what I mean? I kind of come into the gym for more of like a mental clarity now, not like trying to be a bodybuilder or anything, because trying to get money, you know, and I'm not gonna do that by being a bodybuilder. Coming in here with like the intention to grow and the intention to be better, but not trying to like kill myself in here at the same time too, you know, like how I was.
Hey, turn me up a little bit more in the headphones. Shit changed. Remember the change in my pocket, now we hit the club and it rain. Remember them days, being the hood superstar, now the whole city saying my name. I can't fuck with these lanes, cut off a handful of partners, them niggas weren't rocking the same. But it's part of the game, they hate when you reaching the top, they be throwing the salt on my name. I'm forever the same, these niggas switch for a bitch, but I'm solid, that shit in my